Racist jokes. A black guy walks into a bar with a parrot on his shoulder. The barkeeper says, "Hey, that's pretty cool, WHRT, I get it." And the parrot says, "Africa." Sex jokes. A man gets shipwrecked on a small island. After a few days wandering, he comes across a tribe of natives who have just lost their chieftain. The tribe's high priest tells the man that as he is the first outsider they have seen in 20 years, he must take 3 tests. If he passes all 3 tests, the tribe will accept him as their new chief. "Fair enough," says the man. "Just let me know what the tests are and I'll get right on them." The pious takes him to a clearing with 3 straw huts in it, turns to the man and explains the tests. "In the first hut, you'll find 20 gallons of our native beer. You must drink all of this to complete this test. In the second hut is a gorilla with a sore tooth. You must pull his tooth and survive to pass this test. In the third hut is the ex-chieftain's daughter. You must make love to her until she can take no more." The man agrees to the tests and bends the first test. 3 hours later, he walks out of the hut and goes toward the second hut. The priest asks if he would like to have a rest, but the man says he wants to get all the tests done before he sleeps. He goes into the second hut. After 2 hours he comes out, covered from head to toe in blood and scratches. He turns to the priest and says, "Now lead me to the girl with the sore tooth." Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris does not masturbate, because there is no greater pleasure than being Chuck Norris. School jokes. The teacher said to Danny, "Why are you in the floor?" Danny said, "Because you said to do this math problem without tables." Blonde jokes. 3 construction workers are on the 75th floor of a non-finished building. The Italian opens his lunchbox to find a pizza and says, "Man, if I get pizza one more time I am going to jump off this building and fall to my death." The Chinese opens his lunchbox to find rice and says, "Man, if I get rice one more time I am going to jump off this building and fall to my death." The blonde opens his lunchbox to find a cheeseburger and says, "Man, if I get a cheeseburger one more time I am going to jump off this building and fall to my death." So the next day they all got the same thing and they jumped off the building to their death. That weekend at the funeral, the Italian and the Chinese wives are crying and saying, "I would have fixed him something else for lunch but he never told me." And as the 2 wives stare at the blonde's wife, they both ask why she isn't sad about her husband's death. The blonde replies, "Don't look at me, he packs his own lunch." Jokes about life. Patient, "Doc, I keep on forgetting things." Doctor, "Since when did you have these problems?" Patient, "What problems?" Sex jokes. "My husband told me to find him the best penis enlargement product. So I gave him a magnifying glass." Blonde jokes. Q. Why did the blonde climb onto the roof? A. Someone told her the drinks were on the house. Kids jokes. Peter, "My mom is having a new baby." Joy, "What's wrong with the old one?" Dirty jokes. 2 blokes sitting in a bar, one says, "After 10 years of marriage, X is down to 3 times a year." The other replies, "Same here, pal. As a matter of fact, if my wife didn't sleep with her mouth open I'd have none at all."